Hey, how's it going? I wanted to make this video because you don't really see too much info on the 3.8 liter Jeep engines. You see a lot on the 3.6. There's maybe a couple teardown videos of these, but not many people do a full-on rebuild video of the 3.8. So, kind of dive into it and what I've done so far. We got brand new pistons in there, brand new crankshaft, brand new camshaft. We got brand new timing components on the front here. The heads were sent off to be machined. So all they did was clean and level them. That's all I really needed done to them. Lifters, brand new lifters all the way back. I reused the push rods. They looked freaking perfect, no warpage or anything like that, and they were already tested. So moving forward, what else have we done? That's pretty much all that's in there so far. I guess I could flip it over or something, but spark plugs, I haven't replaced those yet. I need to go ahead and do those. As for like the top end and stuff, obviously I got all new gaskets. There's the old camshaft there. Little backstory on this engine: it was ran without oil, and pretty much everything in the bottom end was seized up. So after the pistons were removed, the crankshaft was easy to turn. Sorry about all the leaves and stuff on the ground. I got a little bit of a hole in the roof, so pistons were not turning at all. We're not really pivoting. That one is kind of. That one kind of is as well. This one's not at all. This one is a little bit. It was really about the connecting rod bearings. I think I have a good example of a really bad one over here. So as you can tell, this one's kind of toast. That one's definitely toasted, and as well as this one. So brand new connecting rods, brand new crankshaft, main bearings are brand new. The connecting rods, actually it's a ground down crank, I got from what was that, Rock Auto. It's a ground down crank. I think it was from Engine Tech. Ground down. It came with the connecting rod and main bearings. So yeah, it's a ground down crank, but I mean, definitely worth the investment. Another thing I noticed, I went to go put the timing cover back on. The oil pump is built into the timing cover, and that is absolutely destroyed. As you can see here, oil pump, I was going to just replace it, and then I found the timing cover is all scored inside. So trying to find a timing cover for these engines is a nightmare. I've went through the parts department at the dealer. They can't get them. So I've had to resort to going to Jags and get a remanufactured one. I could go the route of getting a used one, but every one of them says, you know, the oil pump is not guaranteed to work. And I don't want to run into the same boat that I'm in right now. I did have another option of taking this one to the machine shop, having them machine it. My local machine shop wouldn't touch it just because of the liability, and honestly, I can't blame them. Little backstory on the Jeep. I got this Jeep for $800. It's a 2007 four-door Rubicon. So I got a pretty good price on it. They just put a remanufactured transmission in it, right there. I got that for a pretty dang good price. So $800 for the whole thing. That's really not that bad. The transmission is remanufactured. I know these transmissions aren't the greatest. I have another 2010 Wrangler with the 6-speed manual. I hear a lot better things about those transmissions. Anyway, yeah, the Jeep was ran without oil, had no oil pressure, scored up the oil pump. So literally what's in the oil pan is how much oil was in it. I have not drained that oil pan. Obviously there's a bunch of crap in there, but Yeah, I've not drained that oil pan, and that's all that was in there, which really is not good. Anyway, yeah, I had a remanufactured by Mopar transmission, so I know that's going to be pretty good. Apparently, they just put this in like 10,000 miles ago, so only 10,000 miles on the trans. So I've been keeping in contact with the old owner, letting him know what's going on and stuff like that. Transfer case, bunch of intake parts over here, really just all the boring stuff. Rubicon transfer case, which is, I guess, kind of nice. I was even thinking about taking it out of this build and putting it in my Wrangler in my 2010. That's a non-Rubicon, but I guess not. I guess we'll move out to the Jeep so I can show you guys the Jeep and then go from there. Alrighty, so here is the Jeep. I kind of have it in my backyard right now. It's just how I got it sitting. We did not pull the motor here. We pulled it in the carport. Under here, obviously there's no motor, but you can't kind of really see it. I don't have a flashlight on me, but the wiring harness I'm going to relume while I'm waiting for that timing cover. I'll probably make a video on that. Other than that, we have some pretty big plans for this Jeep. As you can see, the paint's kind of fading here. So we want to go ahead with a paint job. Paint job I don't think will be too bad. They got like inflatable paint booths and everything now, so I plan on trying to tackle it myself, see what happens. Interior on this thing is actually in pretty decent shape, other than the fact of the tear here. Everything else was pretty solid. They obviously, I mean, other than oil changes, they took pretty good care of this Jeep. So very surprised. It actually smells kind of good in here. Usually all the vehicles I get are in terrible condition. The mileage is kind of high on it. So the next service was due at 216,000 miles, which, I mean, mileage doesn't really mean much to me. I got the key sitting right in the driver's seat. The mileage doesn't mean really much to me. You know, as a former mechanic, I can pretty much do, I mean, obviously this stuff is kind of time consuming, especially when you get into major engine work. These 3.8 liter, especially in the early JKs, like the 2007s like this one, had a oil burning issue. Lots of people know about it. It's not really an issue. Chrysler says it's normal for you to for the engine to burn a quart of oil every 1,000 miles, which honestly is a little bit ridiculous to me. Because by the time your 5,000 mile oil change comes up, you'll have 1 quart of oil in the engine left. So, and that's pretty much what this one had. If you do that throughout, you know, the entire life of the engine, things aren't going to turn out too well. Especially this, if this thing lasted 200 and let's say 10,000 miles with, you know, with that no oil or the oil burning issue, that honestly surprises me a lot. And my theory is that these engines are very reliable only because if they do burn that much oil, you know, if they do burn that much oil, then, and it lasted 210,000 miles, then, you know, what happens if you keep it topped off? So, I know I've seen some pretty high mileage Wranglers. Oh, my dog ran over there. I've seen some pretty high mileage Wranglers, you know, get up to like 400,000, and most of them have this engine in it, other than the 4 liter straight 6, which honestly, my favorite engine ever made. Yeah, that's pretty much the whole twist on this 2007 Wrangler. Not really much to it. Went ahead and basically doing a full rebuild. The block was not machined. I measured it out and everything looked actually kind of good, so kind of left it alone for now. There was a little bit of scoring, nothing that'll stop the fingernail on the bore. I believe it was cylinder 2, or it could have been cylinder 1, whichever one. There was a little bit of hi buddy, hi. There was a little bit of scoring on that, but I mean, nothing that'll stop the fingernail, and honestly, I'm not really too worried about it. But yeah, that's the scoop on the 2007 Wrangler, and hope to make a lot more videos on it. Maybe make a video on reluming the harness and maybe even the paint job. But yeah, that's all, and thanks and have a great day.